Hi, this is Simon from Fingers on Plastic, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Transformers Earth Wars. Transformers video games are a mixed bag, aren't they? I love my video games. I'm always happy to play Fall of Cybertron or War for Cybertron. Less said about Rise of the Dark Spark, the better. Devastation, although I did love, I really loved the art style, it wasn't my type of game. I've got a mate that takes almost perverse delight in pointing out it's the highest rated Transformers video game of all time, he says. Still, Fall of Cybertron, that was my game. And War for Cybertron, with the co-op. Anyway, I digress. We've not had a video game for a little while, really. We have to resolve. I mean, how hard is it to make a good game about giant transforming robots that shoot each other, for God's sake? I've got 100 ideas for a video game that I could rattle off like that, and it would be a great Transformers game and a good video game. Anyway, I'm ranting on again. Transformers Earth Wars. Now, back in the day, I used to love games like Command and Conquer and Total Annihilation. You know, the RTS games. And then I saw an advert that said, there's a Transformers RTS game coming to mobile. Okay. Is there? So it came out. First thing I need to point out is not an RTS game. It's just a base captures. No. Yes, you collect resources and you attack bases, but no. But it can be fun. It looks good when you open up your game and you go to your base. It looks fab, but there are problems. So I'm going to address the problems first. So the campaign. You start your campaign, it's like a hunt for Optimus, and then there's another level, so there's like 6 levels, and then there's another campaign. And at the moment there are 6 campaigns, which is nowhere near enough. It's been out for how long? 2 years maybe, this game? Longer? And it's only got 6, like 24 levels. It's not enough. And then what's hilarious is the difficulty jump. So I've finished campaign 5, which had a difficulty rating, I think it was a squad rating required of 2000. So all your bots, when they're joined up, give you a score in their squad, sorry. And then, so it goes from 2000 for campaign 5 to 6000 for campaign 6. Bit of a jump, don't we think? So I think I want some more campaigns that are playable to people, or maybe you can even replay old campaigns, because once you've played a campaign once, that's it, it's done, it's gone, no rewards, nothing, which takes away from its replayability. We're gonna have to talk about the microtransactions. I love why are we still calling them microtransactions? When you have the ability to spend £100 on something, there's nothing micro about that. But what bugs me is the drop rates. This isn't just like, the gambling loot system, this is predatory. Another game I play, which is Star Trek Fleet Command, has the microtransactions again, way too expensive. But when you go into the shop, it says this is what you get for this much. If you're going to have your transactions, fine. You know what you're getting, bish bosh, done. Transformers Earth Wars, you'll pay, I'll put an example up. You can pay like £20 and you get so many crystals with a chance of getting, and then it lists all the really good ones and then it says plus many more. For the really good ones, I believe the chance is 2%. So if it's 20 quid a pop for a 2% chance of getting what you want, that is predatory, and it's not good. And these, the campaigns and the microtransactions really damage the game to me. It's damaged goods. You know, it's harsh. You know, I have had a year off, but I got it when it first came out. I played it for a little while, and the simple fact of the matter is it's very samey, just doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, and over with very little variation. It's a constant grind with what feels like very little reward. Wow, I'm really coming off like I hate this game. This is just me being honest about it, I feel. So yeah, it's a constant grind. But that aside, there are some fun elements about it. So yes, you have your squads, you build your squads, put them into, like, I've got 4 squads. There should be pictures floating around somewhere. And you build up and continue, and then just go and attack bases. I'm about to run out of battery. So, where was I? Ah yes, the good. So, you form up your squads, you put them in squads, and then you have the option of either doing a campaign or attacking an enemy base, where you'll just go, march over them, and pretty much hope for the best, because you can't actually... Although each Transformer has a power, like Hound, I really like Hound because he can... It's called Release the Hounds, and it fires off several little blue versions of car bombs. And Jazz's has probably got the most satisfying special ability. It just fires a big bloody bomb up, blows things up. Yeah, so there's very little control once you've... They tend to walk around where they want. And then you either win or lose, basically. I am trying to boil this down. I know that people are going to hate this video. But I am boiling it down to its simplest elements, that it's disappointing. Sorry. So yes, you get the events. So there's the raid, and then there's, you know, go and attack other players' bases and do this. It's just the same thing. It's a game that really needs a bit more variation. There is so... I think my frustrations stem with Earth Wars because there is so much potential. It could be absolutely barnstorming, but as well as the campaigns and the attack another player, you also have events that come up every now and then. So there'll be like a midweek raid where you and your clan get to go and attack. I think it was Triptychon, the last one, which was very cool. But the problem I've got, because I'm low level at 45, is I'm not in a clan that participates in these things much, because the good clans that do won't accept you unless you're fairly hardcore. You get booted very quickly. One thing that I cannot criticise, the character models. You can go into the base and you can view your team, and you can flip them between robot and alt mode. That is fantastic. I mean, that looks great. Really, really great. Would I recommend Transformers Earth Wars? If you're a new player, no. Because you'd have a few campaigns to start with, but you'd be so laughably far behind, you would have to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And comically, that's not an exaggeration. You'd have to buy so many of the packs to get something decent to rank them up, and you'd still have to grind. So, no. If you've been playing it on, yeah, every now and then it's worth to go in. It's Transformers. It nearly scratches the Transformers video game itch. It doesn't. Come on, Peaks, come on. Where's my new Transformers video game? I've got my Xbox One X, and it wants either an RTA, you know, something along the lines of, if anyone's ever played Halo Wars, imagine a Transformers version of that. That could be awesome. Or just another, you know, get High Moon back, let them do Arrival from Cybertron to follow off from the fall of Cybertron, and happy days. It's giant transforming robots that shoot each other. Just make a good game. As for Earth Wars, it's alright. I can't recommend it, but I do still play it. It has a hold on me, but for God's sake, don't get into the microtransactions. Do not encourage that sort of behaviour. The only way people respond to these things is if you vote with your wallet. And if people are buying these packs, there's been no reason for them to stop. It is pure greed, them doing it this way. Like I said, the Star Trek Fleet Command, it's still expensive, but you know what you're getting. There's none of this 2% chance of getting this. It's you pay this, you get this. I do believe that, you know, like loot boxes, it's a form of gambling. You're paying real money for something and you're not sure what you're getting. It is a gamble. But anyway, that are my apparently rather negative views of a game I play almost every day. Transformers Earth Wars. Thank you very much.
Robots.